Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen.
Alright, gang. Trying to get things going here. How's it going tonight? Let's go ahead and take a look at some planning. So, hey gang, I am Tabletop Android, and I'm a aviation enthusiast, and I'm using Microsoft Flight Simulator to practice real-world procedures and to have fun. I'm a member of the pilot club, and we are using this software called OnAir Company to do missions. And tonight I am going to run some of those missions using the delivery for um, TPC Charters for the Kodiak. All right. So I'm trying to find the apps. They're on your screen. They're not on my screen. Okay, so let's get rid of that one. So let's take a look at this one. So here we have our list of airplanes. So I have a Kodiak that I'm renting. I actually bought a VL3. It was super cheap, and I figured why not? So I have that. Here's a Kodiak, and this is what we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and figure out what missions we can take from the current spot where we are, which is Reading. So here we're on the virtual airlines management. This is TPC Charters. We're going to check out the logistics center, and we're going to type in KRDD because that's where we are. We're going to filter using the presets of the current plane that I'm running. So it's a range of 5. Well, this is a small range, but maximum weight is 2,500. Maximum passengers is 6. And what I want to do is work our way back down to Fresno, since that's the FBO. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's see. Ooh, Idaho. How far is that? That is 445 miles. Pays nice. And it's executive, it's 6 executives. How far is that? So let me grab a calculator real quickly. So that's 445, so 150 divided by 445. That's not correct. 445 divided by 150. So that's almost a 3-hour ride. So we're not doing that tonight. That's just one leg. Ooh, here goes 2. Are they 100 and change each? No, they're just both. KRD to there, and then back to there, and oh my gosh. No, that is a huge... That is a huge trip. It's I'm assuming it's 297 one way, and then another 297 back, and then ooh, that does not look like fun. All right, so here's this one. This is 419, but this get us this will get us. I think Fresno's over here for these. Yeah, here. Kodiak. Oh, there's another Kodiak from the group. Yeah, so here's K-Fat. That's where we're trying to get back to, but that is still pretty far. Alright, let's actually look at distance now. let's back up here. So the closest one that they have, oh, gets us super close. K-Fat. Yeah, that one's close. And 15,000, it's not terrible. This one's available on Thursday, so I can't do that right now. Alright, so let's go for this one. Nope. It's not the one. Let's go for this one. We've... One of our guys is flying. Cool. I didn't know that it showed you what was going on from the other pilots. That's neat. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that trip. So let's see here. These are solar panels. It's fragile, so we're gonna have to make a good landing. Go ahead and take that one. We're accepting that job. Alright, let's go back to here and check out our pending. So we have... I don't see the one. There it is. There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and get it started, and then we can do some flight planning and weight and fuel and all the other good stuff. So let's hide this one, and you should be able to see. Boy, man, I don't know where any of my apps are today. Alright, so we are currently at KRRD. Departure. And we're trying to get to 032. Ooh, it is not the word I'm looking for. Hour and a half. Ooh, buddy. Okay. Now, let me see if we have any ATC coverage tonight. And I think we do. Or do we? No. Nope, it's right underneath. Let me see if I can show you. So here's Fresno, and here is LAX. So I think it would be Oakland Center that we would want access to. And they don't seem to be on at the moment. But doesn't mean that they won't be on. Just currently they're not. Okay. Alright, so this is a pretty long flight. I want us to see if there are any IFR routes, or we should just do it VFR. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on here. So we've got, you know, on my other browser, I have more data. So we'll go with this. Not what I wanted. Alright. KRDD and 032. So that is them. So here is route. Uh, 150. Now our plane goes up to 25,000. 250. Going up that high didn't change anything. And we are trying to take off at, let's say, 2320. Could not compute climb distance. That's fine. I'm just looking to see if the ETE changes. And it doesn't. So we have, what do we have here? We have Red Bluff. Then we're taking this V32, this Victor Airway. I wonder if we can see it. World low. So here we have this Victor Airway, Victor 332, all the way down. So even though we have this VOR, it's not, I guess it doesn't really care about it. Yeah, it's not caring about it because we're still on the same airway. Until we get down to FRA, Friant. Okay. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, let's see how this goes. I have not taken it up to 25,000, so maybe now's a good time. We won't need to do any serious planning. Well, I mean, we still need to see what our fuel consumption is. So, nav aids, procedures, online centers. I wouldn't think they would have Victor Airways. Two, yeah, okay, so they just have nav aids. That's fine. It's pretty straightforward. Hour and 41 minutes. It seems longer now that we're going higher. That's weird. Let's go 10,000 and see. So yeah, it's actually lower. Let's go 12,000. Nope, same thing. Okay, so let's just go 10,000 because we don't want to make this any longer than it needs to be. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not even seeing what I'm talking about. So I'm looking at a little nav map, and I changed the rate, the altitude, and I had it at 25,000, and it had it at like an hour and 40 something minutes. So I'm changing it back to 10,000. Alright, so based on that, the fuel, it's saying we'll need 820 pounds. That's just a block fuel. We'll need reserve and taxi fuel at destination. Right, so I've been adding the block fuel and the additional stuff. Let me see here. So the trip fuel is 525. Block fuel, 38% of usable fuel. Taxi. Yeah, I don't remember how they came up with that. And I was just looking at text messages, seeing if there's something important. Hold on a minute. Alright, everything is nominal. Okay, so, sorry, I was looking at the plane. It looked like it was another TPC livery, but maybe it's just, maybe I'm just playing tricks. Okay, so So let's go with 1,000. Let's go with 1,000 pounds again, just to be sure. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up. So we have currently 600. So we're gonna buy some more. 1,000. Oh, don't have enough. So 66 pounds. So let's buy 900. Oops, that looks like 9,000. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. So our cargo, which is the people, is 2,300 pounds. Okay, so it's going to be pretty full. All right, let's do it. We're delivering the solar panels. And I'm not doing any events today, so I'm not running behind schedule. So I'm gonna do a full, what we call it, checklist. I'm gonna do a full checklist. Kind of take my time as much as I can. When you rent the plane, as soon as you turn on the engine is when they start to charge you for the plane. So I'm not sure why this takes so long to calculate. Because it's not, I don't believe it's actually doing anything in the game. I could be wrong. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, is it really going to take that long? Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just do some stuff while it figures out what it's trying to do with its life. Let's turn on camera. Alright, so let's get back inside here. And we need to load up the people. I think that's what I was going for. How's that? So we have six. We know we have 6 people. I do not have a co-pilot. Let's go with one. Nope, not 190. 170. 70, and that's the second person. Third. Fourth. Fifth. And 6th. And I'm keeping my eye on the center of gravity here because it has screwed me over in the past. We're going with 900 pounds. It's not too bad. Kind of hard to get these numbers accurate sometimes. Go with that. So 925, so forth and so on. Okay, so we're gonna fly. I'm gonna click on the fly button for the OnAir manager. And the payload, we are missing. So these are solar panels. These aren't people. Ah, I don't know why I keep getting this mixed up. Okay, so good. We have a number of pounds left. Okay, so go back and try and do this again. So we're going to put 200 pounds in each of the chairs. And oh man, we are still pretty I hope this center of gravity thing doesn't get too bad. Alright, we still have, ooh, 1,000 pounds. Holy crap. Okay. Things are getting real. So let's see what happens here, right? So that's out of sync. It's way out of sync. Okay, so completely out of sync. And it is dangerous. So can we put 400 pounds up here? Is that even possible? I still got like 200 pounds. Go with, nope, that's not right. Not 30. 3,000. Okay, so the so it seems to be okay, but this is not going to work. Yeah, so we're gonna have to. Okay, so let's do some math here. Let's do some math. So they want us to 2371 divided by 6. So roughly 395 pounds per chair. Is that possible? Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm asking myself if it's realistic. Um, so let's try that. 395. Why is this thing so funny? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 395. 395. We are okay, so we can't take that much gas, fuel. That's what that comes down to. We're still out of control. Did we even pass? Yeah, we did pass. Ooh, we passed by too much. Do I not know how to do math? Oh, there must be extra. There's extra. I don't know. There's extra payload. Yes, why is this cargo still doing 200? Okay. Alrighty. So. Oh, this is not going to work. Empty CG position. It's going to go back. Ooh, I've not had to deal with this before. So I definitely don't want to fly like this. I've flown with it like that before, and it is not pretty. Oh, do those even... Is it even registering? No, I mean, it doesn't look like it's registering. Oh my goodness. What was all that for? Okay, so in theory, I can't do this. Now, this is a sim, so we're going to go ahead and make adjustments. Now this center here is still out of control. I don't even know if it's registering. Alright, let's reset everything. It's not working. Okay, so 900 pounds. I am considered 190. I'm not really 190. We'll put some weight in the front. Let's put 200 in the front. All right. They want 2371. Should be actually what this looks like. So this is 134. No, 340. Sorry. Good lord. 014. So it's basically the payload that's in here. Payload that they're asking for is 2371. Right, okay, so that's what happened. So 2371 minus 190, which is me, divided by 5. 436. Okay. So let's see if we can do 436. Isn't this fun, guys? 436. Need to do this 5 times. 6. Already getting to the back. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more time. Okay. Let's see if it satisfies. Okay. The only thing is fuel. Fuel needs to be 900 pounds. I think we're good. We're good. We're good. We're getting there. Okay. We're good. So, yeah. Wow. That was quite the journey. Let me see here. So I did get a new add-on, which gave me this guy, Paul, from TPC. Alright. Alright, good deal. So, alright, so let's go ahead and start this. Alright, so everything looks green. Let's go ahead and start tracking. Alright, so that's good. Now let's get back to the game and close the doors. Let's get everybody going. We are ready for departure. Have our group. Guys all weigh 400 and some odd pounds. You guys are fatties. Let's open this up. Alright, good deal. So let's go ahead and run through the checklist. Pre-inspection. So this is the cabin. So control locks off. I don't see where the control locks are. The control for the yoke. Sure. Yes, it's off. Parking brake is set. Yep. Nice. Yeah, that was weird. That is off and on. So parking brake is set. All electrical equipment's off. Circuit breakers all pushed in. They look as pushed in as they're going to be. Fuel selector on left and right. Get that fuel selector going. Fuel shutoff valve open. That's that one. Must be open. What exactly does open mean? Fire fuel shutoff pull off. Fire extinguishers. Yes. I don't think we can interact with them. Master switch. Let's turn it on. Let's get that Garmin going over there. Alright, avionics switch. Yep, that's on as well. Avionics cooling fan. Oh, is it audible? Yes. I can hear noise. You can too, right? You know what? I actually didn't check that audio. Seems pretty low. Alright, I think you're okay. I think you're good to go. Alright, MFD initialize. That's the multis. So this is PFD, this is the MFD. It is initialized. Fuel on board. Take a look. We have very little fuel. We have half. So check. Low fuel. Messages are not displayed. Well, they should be displayed. Well, no, not yet, because it's not until we get to low. Okay, we're good. Avionics master switch off. Avionics. I'm gonna leave it on. Am I? Well, I guess. Let's just do what the thing says. Is that the master switch? Yes. Okay, that is a switch. It's off. I thought it would turn off these. Why? It just turned off that one. I guess the auxiliary bus. Okay. Flaps are down. Yes. Is it up or down? Flaps down. Fully down. I guess it's just to make sure that they work. Okay. Trim is set to takeoff, which in this case, because it's the Kodiak, this is the takeoff position. So set. Pitot heat, check that it's working. Turn pitot heat on and check that it's working correctly. How do I check that it's working correctly? There are pitot heat, so I'm going to push the hardware that I have. And it only heats up the pitot tube, so yes, it's working. Working just fine. Alright, stall, you know, I haven't done these, so
Stall. 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 Stall.
alright, I don't like to hear that sound. Master switch is off. Okay. Great, that was great. Before engine start, so weight and balance, we did check that. No, wait. Let me just check it, let me just double check. Okay, we're not in the red. Spent some time checking that. Passenger briefing. There's no passengers, it's just cargo. Doors are closed and locked? Yes. Yes. Okay. Cabin report is secure. Sure. Master switch is back on. Alright, avionics, yes. Parking brakes, engine inlet. I'm not in any bush area, so right now we can just leave it on normal. Fuel selector on. Right, on left and right. It's still on. Nobody changed it on me. Firewall shut off is pushed in. I did that. Emergency lever, which is this one, which does not move. Set to normal. Power level is idle. Yes. Propeller is set to feather. It's not. There it is. Fuel cut off. Yep. Flaps at 0. Got it. Circuit breakers all pushed in. Cabin heat off. Where do we set the cabin heat? Maybe on this? It's off. Takeoff torque limit. Oh, right. Something I should have determined through the POH. I have not done that. Just don't go in the red. Autopilot. Perform pre-check. So I don't know how to do that. Perform pre-flight check. Is that me just setting it? I can do that. So we're going to go to 10,000. Oops. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm wondering if my battery is gonna die before I finish all this stuff. FLC, we're setting that to 101. 101 knots. That's a good cruising or climbing rate for this plane. And
would you like to get smoked again today?
hey, bud. Nah, man. I got a long flight today. But if you want to fly along, you are more than welcome to.
I think you may want to switch to the velocity to save that fuel burn,
Yeah, so actually I have not a lot of fuel and some ways to go, so I won't be racing today.
Yeah,
How are you?
also velocity can handle up to positive 12 Gs and negative 9 Gs.
Oh, okay. That's something.
Yeah, it's like a aerobatic plane.
All right, so now let's do the engine start. We're going to check and see that we have 24 voltage, which I think are these.
Do aerobatic shows.
We've got those. Let's turn that beacon on. Emergency, that's still normal. Propeller, prop clear. Clear prop. Auxiliary pump is on. Let's turn that bad boy on. Got the ignition switch to on. It's here. And because, so here's this one. So this is a starter. turn the starter to low because we're not in high altitudes, and we, what was the other thing? I forget. Okay, so after 14%,
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
yeah. So now I'm starting to be charged. So you'll see, you'll hear the fuel pump. It went higher, so I'm going to turn that off. That means I'm ready to turn off the ignition and put the starter to off. So starter is on. Check. Check. Introduced fuel. Yes. ITT monitoring. I did not. Make sure that it doesn't get to 1090. I mean, it never does. 52% minimum for the NG, so that seems to be fine. Alright, I've now turned off the starter, turned off the ignition, put prop lever to max, check the instruments. So the RPM currently is at 1200. Everything is in the green. Seems fine. Auxiliary pump to standby, which is already happened down here. Generator. Let's turn the generator and the accelerator on. So now we're good. Lights as required. Cabin heat, ventilation as required. Avionics is set. Pre-GMA audio, I don't know what any of this stuff is. Very extinguished. Pilot and co-pilot. Sure. Don't even know. Okay. External power. Taxi. Alright. So we did all of that. We should have actually put in the flight plan before we turned on the plane. Oh man. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna get this camera to freeze. There we go. Alright, so origin. Let's go ahead and type in KRDD. Red Reading. You know what? We don't even know what runway taking off at. We'll come back to that. And we are 032. Readley. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the METAR for. Take a look at the METAR. Let's get all the way in here. Okay. So let's look at the METAR. So 170 at 06 knots, and we don't really care too much about the rest. Clear. There's the temperature, 42 degrees Celsius. Oh my God, it is burning out there. Okay, but 170, that's what we care about right now. So 16 is currently the one that's pointing this way. So 17, so the wind is coming from north, so we need to use the 3-4 exit. Let's go ahead and set that. There we go. Let's do the 3-4. Yes, let's do that. Alright, sounds good. And then let's get down to here. And there's no METAR for down there. Okay. So while we're en route, we'll figure out where to go from there. So based on what we found in the route is RBL. So let's put that in. RBL, that's a VOR. And then the next one, it doesn't care about the jetway, but it wants the other VOR, FRA. FRA. Oops. Here's that. Southwest. So we're gonna say it's this one. Are those completely different? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Now, you know what? I wonder. Can I move it around? Just out of curiosity. Let's see. V332. Correct. All right. I didn't think it would. Okay. So here we go. Here's where we currently are. So we'll need to back taxi or taxi south. Nope, I'm sorry. This is where we... Nope, sorry. This is heading up. So this is my heading. So I need to continue straight and then take off this way. Is there a way to put in SIDS? There might be. Alright, let's close that up so we don't break the plane. And now we can contact, or we can file our plan. So let me show you my desktop. I'm going to connect, but I'm going to connect as November 7149 Lima. The flight plan is KRDD to 032. Do have an alternate airport, which we didn't even consider. KNLC. Departure time, it's 23:46, so let's go with 23:55. Should be an hour, and we'll say 40 minutes. We're traveling at 10,000. Going REPL, V332, and what was that last one? FRA. Alright, and we are filed. Cool. No one's online. We're going to change our frequency, our comm frequency to advisory 122.8. Alright, and I think we're good. So let me see here. OnAir is still tracking us, and I believe we are ready to go. Actually, let me just double check just to make sure there's still no coverage currently. Okay. Alright. And actually, now that I've changed, it did change. So OnAir will change the registration of the plane to whatever it is in their game. Alright, cool. Let's turn on pitot heat. We're going to do taxiing, so let's turn on taxiing. This is Reading. Let's see here. We are in Reading, okay. Reading traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, taxiing to runway 34, Reading traffic. Alright, so now we're good. Now, what route are we taking? I'm gonna go, I guess we can just keep going straight. Oh, do we need more power because we're so full? Oh yeah, we do. Uh-oh. Alright, so here goes all the lights for taxiing. I'm gonna try and follow this yellow line out. Was that another person? Neat. Are those caravans or Kodiaks? I can't tell the difference sometimes. Alright, so we're coming in a little fast here. Or it felt like a fast. Alright, so let's start slowing this bad boy down. We're at runway 34. Alright, let me see if somebody's behind me. Nope. But that guy, there's another player. It is always nice to see other players. Alright, so let's finish up our checklist here. What, did we not finish everything? External taxiing. We did taxi, we tested our brakes, flight controls. Flight controls are good, instruments checked. Engine inlet required, okay, before takeoff. Set the parking brakes. The inertia, these are locked, so those are this and this. Loose items, sure. Flight controls, we check those. Flight instruments, check and set. Sure. Checked everything, set everything. Fuel selector still on. What? Actually, let me check it. No phantoms have changed our fuel. Fuel shutoff valve is still open. Fuel quantity. Yep, it's still at the below half. So flaps set to take off, which is 20 degrees. Okay, trim is still set forward. Trim set for takeoff. Yes. System check on first day of flight. Okay. Engine inlet system check. Yeah, seems fine. Power. Oh, what's this? Set it to 300. Okay. I haven't done this before. At 200 right now. Oh my gosh. I gotta push it a lot to get 300 torque. Nope. Now I'm just... the minimum voltage, it's still 25. $26 minimum. You know what I didn't check and I just saw? My rudder. I'm gonna need to set my right rudder all the way to the right. Okay. I think those are fine. Governing overspeed. Let's see what that is. That's this. Do anything? I didn't see anything. Yep, check. Power level at idle. Okay. Quadrant friction lock. What is that? Really? Quadrant friction lock is the engine inlet? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's fine. Inert sept. Okay, this looks like this can't be both of them, so, or can it? Actually, I don't know. Inert, because it does show it as, nope, sets it as normal. Okay, we're fine. Pitot. On, unless 5 degrees. On or less than 5 degrees. Well, it is currently 42 degrees, so it doesn't need to be on. So let's turn it off. I know it's not that much. I was looking to see if the voltages went up. Avionics set, CDI is set. Yeah, we are doing GPS. Annunciators, everything over here looks fine. Strobe. So strobe, and just need to put nav lights on. I'm gonna put those on. Parking brake release. RPM propellers at max. And the fuel lever is now going to high idle. Alright, so for takeoff, flaps 20 degrees, we did that. Elevator trim, power set for takeoff, annunciator, engine, rotate at 60 to 65, climb at 85 to 95. I haven't done this. I'm too afraid of pitching too high, but maybe I should stop doing that. Retract at a safe altitude, got it. Short field, climb, fuel, less than, torque, RPM, observe. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, where are we? This is Reading. Reading traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima. Ready for takeoff, runway 34. Reading traffic. Okay, so even though I did everything, why am I still nervous? That is the whole point of a checklist, is for you not to be nervous. You know what? It's the center of gravity. Oh man, it's really messed me up. Alright, so I'm going to turn my landing lights on, turn my taxi lights off. Parking brake is off. Go ahead and get this bird in the sky. Alright. Parking brake is on. Let us get this RPM, this NG, as close as we can to 100% without going over. That's fine. I'm fine there. Alright, let's bugger out. And we're waiting for airspeed to come alive. Airspeed's alive, and we're waiting for 60 knots. It's taking a little longer than normal to get there. Interesting. Glad we have the runway. Alright. We have the roll.
Stall.
Airborne time logged.
Okay. So I need to stay on course. We need to climb. But we need some more speed.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Very interesting.
Don't sink.
I'm looking for some more speed.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Alright, so now I'm... Man. This was certainly a rough takeoff. We are climbing, and that's what matters. So I'm managing how much feet per minute and the speed, the airspeed. Trying to get it settled is a tough one. Okay, so this looks doable. Making some progress, but we are going to have to turn around at some point. Then the problem is when you turn around, you can potentially start losing speed. So we'll start to do it quietly. And I'll watch the airspeed and the altitude. Alright, we're doing okay so far. We're still in the air. Ooh, I am going down. There's the airfield. Let's try and climb over it. Let's have a positive rate of climb. That's what we want. I am not touching my trim at the moment. I don't want to. When I get higher and I can make an adjustment in case things go wrong, then I'll touch the trim. For right now, we're still too low and going too slow. Alright, so let me put up one of the flaps. Alright, so let's look at, I'm gonna stop looking at the instruments and look at outside. As long as I'm going upwards, then I'm going upwards. Alright, I'm going to put the other flap up. Okay, we've got decent speed, so let's start climbing. Let's get that trim. Let's turn off the lights, the landing lights. Okay, so we are safe enough that I'm going to turn on autopilot and get some other things taken care of. So autopilot and then nav mode. Oh, it didn't take. Let's turn on FLC for 101. Okay, somehow that changed. Okay, so it's going to get back on track and then start to climb safely. Alright, good deal. Ooh, that was kind of rough. Okay, so now it's hot in here, so let's help our... Nope, there are no guests. These are all lies. These are all 400-pound packages. Let's keep the packages cool. Alright, so all the switches, you guys should be fine, and you're good to go. Okay, we're at 3,400 feet. It's gonna take us a minute. I always have a tough time taking pictures during takeoff. Alright, so let's try... Oops, excuse me. Let's try and see if we can learn some things about the airport, and I want to try and do it through the nav system here. So let me do this. Let me pause it here so I can keep track of anything wild going on the left-hand side. Let's go back to our flight plan, and let's see if we can learn some things. So regarding this one, I'm going to hit enter. Is that not how that works anymore? I'm gonna hit enter. Alright. Once you set a runway, I can't seem to access it anymore. Okay, so let's go to waypoints. There it is. Let's find airport information. Here we go. Here we go. So let me just... This is my control. KRDD. I want to see if because it's a controlled airport, I want to see if it has lots of information. So we've got runway and we have frequencies. I want to see if they show us that it has SIDS and stars. So it's just that. Okay, so there's nothing actually. There's no way to tell unless you look at the procedure, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So actually, I'm in the wrong place. Go back to flight plan. And because I didn't choose a runway, I can click here and do this. So it is uncontrolled. So it is Unicom and CTAF. Okay. And its runway is actually short. Or shorter. It's 3,000. It's 3,200 feet. The elevation is 385. So if I'm gonna be doing a pattern. Actually, nope. Let's actually see if it has an approach. Okay, good. So we do have RNAV, but we don't know what the wind is. So we do know KFATs. Let me see if we can get something from here. And the other one is just way too far away. 032, yeah. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in between. Okay, so we're gonna have to look elsewhere. Okay. So 101, okay, we're doing okay. Doing okay. Let me put back in this rudder. All right. We're getting to Rebel soon. All right. So while that's happening, let's take a look at some tools that we might have available to us. This is so I want to see winds aloft. So let's winds aloft forecast. Winds aloft is pretty cool. So here we have fat. Okay, good. So we have this is the airport that's close to it. So around this time, which it is currently 24. So this is current up until 0300 Zulu. So the wind is 310, and it's just the first two numbers. They always they lop off the 0. So it's 310 at 70 knots. So the wind is coming in the direction of 310 is northwest. Okay. So northwest. So let's see what options we have here. So 310. So if we do 34, 34 is still northwest, so we're landing in that direction. The wind is coming from that direction, so this RNAV seems to be the right thing to do. So we can either vector, that is extra, that is actually, that's where we're coming from, FRA. Why is that 340? Isn't 34 northwest? We're coming from the north. My nose is pointed. Okay. We're gonna choose this, but I don't know what is going on. Change this to 200. Not really sure why, because it doesn't do anything automatic. Okay, so let's see if this works or if it doesn't. Yeah, it looks like it works. So, am I weird? 340 is north. Top of descent. I think I'm going mad here. So let me. How do we verify this? Let me just go back to a point. Well, that's not what I wanted. Okay, it only has 1.6. Right, so it makes sense. 1.6 would make sense. Yeah, so that is not making sense for me. Let's go back and fix this. Now we've already added it, so it doesn't like that. I don't want to activate. I want to select, but then it's just going to activate. It's not going to like load it up anymore. How can I do this without ruining what we just did? And delete flight plan. I don't want to remove approach. There it is. Do that. Okay. So we're actually runway 34. We're really looking at runway 16. Okay, runway 16. So now the approach and RNAV 16. And we are coming in via FRA. Alright. That looks decent. Let's load it up. Okay. Now I feel comfortable with that. We're almost at 10,000. Let me double check and see if we have any coverage. Okay, currently no coverage. That's okay. I'm not sad. We do have 2 planes coming towards us. Let's see if we can find them. See if we can spot them. Because they are on VATSIM. I mean, might be those 2 planes. Says there's a plane 5,550. They keep cutting off zeros. I don't know where those zeros are sometimes. Alright. Nope. Not what I thought. Okay, so we need to... Let's go ahead and start saving on some fuel. Get down to 2,000 RPM. We're at 2010. Come on. There we go. And then let's take this torque down. Get this fuel flow. Hopefully under 200. Okay. I think we're set for maximum cruising. Hey Kat, how's it going? I am in the Kodiak, and we're doing a flight to almost back to Fresno. There is a airport that's just southeast of it, and it is about an hour and 40 minutes. So because of our weight distribution, we couldn't take on a bunch of fuel. So right now I'm trying to lean or manage the fuel flow here. Right now we're burning about 196 gallons. So it is pph, which I have not looked up. I haven't looked up what that is, but it's actually not gallons. So we're just kind of taking it easy right now, doing a decent flight. This is what 10,000 feet in the air looks like. Doesn't look that bad. Pounds per hour, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, and so this machine holds about 2,300 pounds, and we filled it up to about 900 pounds. So, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Nice work. Nice work. Okay, so we put the RPMs down to about 1,900. 2,000 is what I'd like, and then we got the torque at about 800 feet per pound. And at this point, we're just kind of chilling. We are it's saying an hour and 37 minutes is the ETA. We're doing 130 knots of speed. And unfortunately, we don't have any controllers on at the moment. Maybe we should fly to Los Angeles. They have lots of controllers on there. Nice weather on the other side. Well, the funny thing is, oh, it's actually 16 degrees up here, 10,000 feet. Down on the surface, it was at 42 degrees Celsius. It was scorcher down there. So let me go ahead and turn on this pitot heat now that we're in the air. Alright, so let's take a look at Volanta. See what we can find. Am I sharing it or not? That is OnAir, so let's hide OnAir. Let's share Volanta. So there is a delay on my part. So let me go ahead and try and get my monitor in sync so that I know what screens I'm transitioning to. Okay. So here we are. Currently, there's no blue. Oh, Los Angeles Center went offline. There was some blue down here. So currently, it's just us, and we're on our way to Fresno. So here's Fresno, and I believe thought it was closer than that. It might be that one. It was 032, which is a very weird name. Hey, did someone just follow? I didn't get an alert, but thanks for following. I'm trying to find my thing, my Twitch stuff. Cool Del Guy. Hey man. Hey Coolie. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Alright. So I don't think 032 is on this board here, because that's where we're going. Nope, not 032. Yeah, but either way, it was close to Fresno, so it should be somewhere over here. But there's no ATC at the moment. Let's see where ATC is, where they're popping. They're popping on the west side. Oh, you know what? It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock our time. Yeah, 3 hours from now. So it's 6 o'clock. So of course they're not on. Interesting. I'm gonna have to do some East Coast stuff. Yeah, so most likely at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock their time, that's when they'll be logging in. Because right now the East Coast is full of coverage. I'm almost jealous, but you know what? I didn't manage my time properly. All right, so let's get back to this game here. All right, so let's see here. Things are still nominal. We're doing 113. Ah, that sounds so low. gonna take forever. It's like I'm in a... Let's go to 2100 RPMs. And let's hope we still have fuel at the end of this trip. 2000 RPMs is not going to do it. This is going to take us forever to get there. There we go. So that torque... That torque played a part. So still burning. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get away with it. Alright. While we're doing that, let's go ahead and see if we can find some information on this plane here. Where is my... There we go. Alright, so let's open up POH that we have. I've been using the shortcut, so I don't know how to open anymore. Alright, so here's a Kodiak POH. Let's take a look at section 5 in the... Oh, I heard that noise. So it's at 77 right now. That is not good. But why is that a thing? Guess I need more torque. Let's get the torque to 1000. So we're slowing down. Yeah, okay, so let's put the torque up some more until we can get this. Okay, so RPMs are back to 22. And okay, so it's stabilized now. We are picking up speed. That was a little scary. I started to hear, so there's like a certain sound that you get used to once the plane is like flying super, like not super low, but it's like getting closer to its thrust no longer being enough. And there's a certain sound that the wind makes. Alright, we're in good standings again. So we'll keep the RPMs at 2200 for right now. I mean, we're just burning fuel. So let me see what happens when I put the torque down. And the reason why I was going to the performance tab is I was trying to find out what is a good configuration. But we're still picking up speed, so that's good. We put the torque down a little bit more. I'm trying to, the whole point of this is I'm trying to conserve fuel. So we're at 116, but it looks like it wants to drop. Seems steady. I'm gonna put the thrust, nope, the torque at 1040. We're burning 250 pounds of fuel per minute, per hour. pph per hour. Okay. So we're at 120, so that's progress. Hour and 18 minutes instead of an hour and 40. So that is progress. Okay, so let's try and get to section 5 here. So they did not. Here's section 5. So there's this cruise, which is 5.6. Here's a cruise performance. So some of these, the data charts I can work with, but there's some other charts that they have, I cannot work with those. Okay, so we are currently, what is the temperature outside? It is 16 degrees Celsius. So let's see if we can open this up a little bit more. Okay, good. Let's open it up some more. You don't need to see VATSIM. There's nothing going on. This is what's going on. Okay. So here we are. Okay, so let me see here. Pressure, altitude. So we are 10,000 feet. Temperature is 16 degrees. So here. So is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Okay, so not 10. Torque. Torque's at 1,000 right now. Fuel flow is not that. So I'm at 2,200. I mean, 143. Okay, so I guess I need. Well, the torque's at 200 though. No, torque's at 1,000. RPM is at 22. That's the temperature. Where's the altitude? Because the altitude plays a part. Oh, okay. There we go. So this is at sea level. Oh my gosh. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here we are. This is what we're going for. Actually, this. Is it still 16? Yes, still 16 degrees outside. So 1,000, fuel flow is 270, and 159 true airspeed at 2,200. Okay. So is that what we are experiencing right now? We've got 156 ground speed. Fuel flow 2,200. Okay, it's not bad. We seem to have coincidentally figured it out. Okay, good. So ground speed is decent. I can accept this. Minus 5,300. Is that guy? Okay, so we gotta understand that we're always gonna be burning a bunch of fuel. No getting around it. I wonder if that is Mount Devil something. There was a mountain that no. It could be, because this one, I think this might be it. I crossed this some time back and I thought it was pretty big. At the time I was flying, I don't know, maybe 3,000 feet. And I thought that was big until I came over here. Alright. Yeah, so I am definitely moving back to, well, actually we can take a look at that right now. Let's put a pause on this. Alright. And let's take a look at the on-air stuff. So let's remove Volanta. So I don't know if I could continue taking a look. You know what? Let's look at TPC Charters, because that's so the whole point of me moving my character to Fresno was because they had some FBOs in that area, and I wanted to fly somewhere different. I've always been flying East Coast, but now I want ATC. So because of time, it would probably just make sense. Ooh, maybe I can go central. Let's see. I've been interested on trying out OnAir. Oh yeah, OnAir is pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it. Prior to this, I was playing Neofly, and just the fact that it was an economy game was really awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, this is giving me purpose. It's making it fun. There's some financial aspect to it. So I thought it was cool. I'm doing OnAir with the pilot club, so there is a little. It's more support. It's different, but it's cool. So here, and I think the reason why it's cooler is because you have a bigger group of people that are coordinating and doing stuff together. So it's not just you playing by yourself. You actually have this club that is very active and doing things. So if you want to check it out, they've got the 7-day trial, and the pilot club has a contest going on right now where they can give you, if you do win, you do get a year subscription to OnAir. But so I've got my regular OnAir manager for my virtual company, and then there is the virtual airlines, TPC Charters, and what they do, well, the reason why it's advantageous is you can buy planes, you can rent planes, you can lease planes, and if you lease it, you have all the expenses that go along with it. If you buy it, you definitely own everything outright. If you rent it, you are paying higher prices for renting, but you don't have to deal with all of the maintenance fees. So the virtual airlines, TPC Charters, they will rent planes for you, so I don't have to pay anything out of pocket. Now I do get 30% of the pay. So if I do this mission for 13,000, I get 30% of that pay. So that's not a lot of money, but I didn't have to pay for the rental. I don't have to pay for fuel. I don't have to pay for anything. So that's where it kind of works out in your favor. So right now they have a bunch of FBOs. Let me see if there's a map. Nope, there's no map. Here are all the FBOs. I just need to know where they are. There's one in Orlando, Vancouver, Seattle, Key West, Kennedy International. Fresno is where I am now, Dallas, Fort Worth, and there's one in Atlanta, which is where I was originally posted. So this is the Atlanta airport. That sounds really cool. Yeah, man, I would definitely give it a try. It's worth it. It's professional. Well, I mean, the other one is professional too, but this one has more. This one has a nicer design, and they're working on it. Neofly is coming out with version 4, and they did some rework on the UI. So I have a special place in my heart for NeoFly, but OnAir is definitely filling my needs right now. Okay, so let me see if I could get a little bit more information about this one. So here, so this is the Atlanta FBO. They have new jobs, passengers. Okay, so these look like all big airport runs, and I'm not doing big airport runs. I'm doing general aviation stuff. Let me see. 5. So I wanted a place that had like mountains and stuff like that. Ronald. I don't know where that is. Cargo. Ooh, those are big cargo. These are all. These are like medium size. Okay. Alright, so let's actually jump back into the pending. This one probably will give me a better idea as to what's going on. So here's the FBO queries. Let's go with, I want to take a look at Orlando. And these are all decent distance. These are small distances. Cargo. These are all lots of people. So these are airliners. Okay. That's not gonna work out. And if I look at Key West. Key West. It's all decent stuff. Now let's take a look at Volanta and see if there's any coverage down there. Ooh, everyone's going offline. There was a ton of people on. But not anymore. And LAX Center is back online. Which means Oakland Center will probably get online. There's no... Yeah, so it looks like... You know what? I need to find out which center is most active at my time, and then ask the guys to create an FBO down there. Yep, that's what I'll do. Okay, so nothing to look at right now. All right. So let's get back into here, see if everything is still hunky-dory. Alright, so 127 indicated airspeed. We're doing about 156, so that's fine. We're now down to 59 minutes. Looking good. Now here, gone down. That's managing. Okay, so I guess this is the right cruise. So I guess we're okay. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, I didn't notice this. Viking. He's got that grin on his face. So I wonder if all of those planes over there are for LAX. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Yeah, that seems like that. No, no, no. Los Angeles is over there. Okay. Just happens to be a lot of people. Okay. All right. So what are we gonna do for the next couple of minutes? Cool Dell guy. Do you work with Dell, or do you are a fan of Dell products? I think I have credit with Dell, so I've been buying Dell products not because I think they're the best, but it's because I've got credit. Oh, you work in accounting. Neat. So I always ask accountants, what makes you drawn to that field? I find it, I think everyone has their place in the world. Everyone, like, I'm a programmer. Not everyone likes to program, but I find it very interesting. And not everyone likes to do accounting, but you're doing accounting. So what draws you to crunch those numbers and to think of those, those formulas or whatever processes that you have to do? So I think we're pretty safe. Pause that there. Enjoy automating accounting work and providing the business with quick and accurate numbers to run the business. All right. I'm digging that. Do you like automation? Like in general, do you tend to try to automate your own tasks, like at home? Well, no, because I like automation, but I don't do any automating at home. But do you like the idea of the computer doing it for you? Running business with quick and accurate numbers. In other words, okay. So you're a completely different person at home. All right. So let me see here. Yes, I love the idea of letting the computer do the work for me. Cool. We are going to jump back into this nav aid while the plane flies itself, really. Let me try and find the browser. There we go. Alright. So Reedley Municipal Airport, this is where we're flying into. Let's see if we can find anything interesting. We do need to know the feet. Yes, okay. Got all the frequencies. Got the one runway that it has. Asphalt in excellent condition. Nice. Good to know. There are, trees from the runway to the right center. Okay, so shouldn't be a problem for us. No, we're coming down runway 16. Okay, from 12 foot trees, 545 feet from runway. Now, is that in the beginning or is that at the end? 125 foot right off center. Right off center. Glide slope is a 3 degree. Yep. That's cool. Minimum takeoffs, we don't need to worry about that here. So actually, we aren't doing this. Let's take a look at this RNAV. Okay, so we're coming from FRA, which is this direction. Let me see if I could. There we go. We've got Yukoti, Kadam, Piper. I think it's Piper. And then Zidiv. And then we have our runway. Okay. So here's runway 16, 155 to runway 16. So if we're doing headings, but we're not, we're doing GPS. But by the time we get to Kadam, we need to be at around 3,900 feet. 4 nautical miles holding pattern. I don't know what that means. Okay, so Piper is where we are getting our guide slope. So 2,200 feet. Alright, sounds good. And then we should be able to do the rest. Have you always been a flight sim player? I have, but not to this level. I've always enjoyed flight sim. I've, played it casually. But it wasn't until this game came out for the Xbox in November of last year, and I downloaded it. I thought it was awesome that a simulator could be on a console. So I started playing it, and it was just so chill. I was just having fun with it. I would always just spend a number of hours on it, and at some point I realized that the buttons were that you can do stuff with the buttons. The radio, you can interact with the radio, you can interact with buttons, and then I started asking questions. So what does this do, and what does that do? And then YouTube gave me a whole bunch of answers, and I was able to take what I learned from YouTube and apply it to the game, and then there's like a light bulb that went off. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a transferable skill. I can actually use this simulator to learn how to fly. I mean, not 100%, but a lot better than I could with the other games. But I could use the simulator to learn real life procedures. Like right now, I'm reading a RNAV document. I would have never done that before, but now I've actually learned how to read some of these charts. I'm aware of SIDS and stars, and IFR and VFR procedures, and so this has been an obsession. So since November, I'll say December, since December of last year, aviation has been an obsession. Gotta give it up to YouTube University, no doubt. Reading the charts, you are way ahead of me. Oh, really? But I do love playing. So, do you play on the PC or on the Xbox? Dell guy. Mainly PC. Got it. Okay. Cool. Well, if you ever want to join up, I am definitely open to us hanging out and doing a route or two. Oh wait, you said that I knew more than you. Do you have any ambitions of being of getting your private pilot's license? I've played on the Xbox as well. It runs pretty good. It does. And actually, I was really surprised with how the cloud version worked. I had no hope. Nope, hope. I had very little confidence that it was going to work well. But to my surprise, that thing worked really well. So I've played the original game on the Xbox Series X, and then I have a Xbox One X and an S, and I've been able to play this game on both of those platforms through the cloud, and it's still enjoyable. So I mean, they've done a remarkable job. I think I might be too old. No, wish I would I found it on my younger years. So I mean, unless you're 90 years old, there's a podcast that I've been listening to, and they still say as long as you have the gumption, you can still fly. All right. So I think we have an idea of what's going on with this. We will leave this here for the time being. My nephew's a pilot. Oh, okay, pretty cool. How long has he been piloting? I was looking into it. There is there's a flight school. They'll train you for 7 months and at full time. So that's 6 days a week. And I would love to do it. But I don't know if I could take off 7 months. 15 years. Oh wow. Very, very cool. Alright, so let's just check back on our systems, making sure that we are still good to go. And oh my gosh, 48 minutes. This ride is going to kill me. Alright. So, I mean, what would you be doing? So once autopilot goes on, I mean, you're just kind of twiddling your thumbs. I mean, I guess in real life you'd be monitoring the systems. And I guess looking outside. I don't know if you can get too bored of looking outside. So I did do a discovery flight a couple months ago. My wife gifted me with a discovery flight for my birthday. And so we went up about 3,000 feet in the air. And I looked over and I could not tell if it was the video game or if it was real life. I've spent so much time playing flight sim that when I looked over, it just looked like this. And I was like, oh, this is surreal. Do you have yoke or flight stick? I do. I have the Turtle Beach. What do they call it? The Velocity 1 flight system. Just has a yoke and a throttle. I ended up getting the, and I'm actually looking over to my right where my hardware is. I ended up getting, is it Realtek? Realtek. I think it's Realtek. The switch panel and the radio panel. Those were important pieces. I want to get the autopilot panel eventually. I still don't have rudders. I would love to get some rudders, but right now the thumbstick on. Sorry, let me pause that so I'm not moving all around. The thumbstick on the yoke works as my rudders for the time being. Cool. I have been thinking about getting some panels. Yeah, those panels they make a difference. The radio panels I think are really cool because normally I would have to, in one of these I'd have to come here and start messing around with these buttons. Where is my comm? I haven't touched the comm buttons in so long. Oh, that is funny. So this is definitely nav. It's the volume. Do I not know how this thing works anymore? One of these. This is the range. This is okay. So this is the comm. Let me actually verify. Yep, there we go. So I would normally come in here and play with this, but you know, I mean, it's fine. But now I can just look off to my side and just mess with those physical buttons. It's been a game changer. So I definitely agree. I'm using track IR for the head tracking, and I've recently learned how to pause it because the problem with streaming is that I'm constantly moving my head, and you guys are getting like seasick. So I've learned to pause it. But track IR is pretty cool. It's funny because ever since I've gotten it, and Let me see. Oh, the game froze. Ever since I've gotten it, whenever I'm watching videos on YouTube, I have a tendency of trying to look to the left to see out of their plane, and it's just me watching a video, so I can't do that. But it's not. But it's now a habit of mine. I would like it. I would like to have it for this game and the trucking sim. You know, I hear good things about the trucking sim. I haven't played it. Do you have the, what is it? The Logitech steering wheel for driving? I do have it, and I do play with it with Forza on the Xbox. Now I do have a low fuel indicator, so it is definitely getting there. We're gonna have to do something about this. I might have to add more time, or I might have to land at a, nope, the game OnAir won't let me refuel. How do we simulate that? I'll have to figure that out. But basically, if our fuel gets too low, I'm not going to use the fuel. I'm gonna find a place to land, and then we'll fuel up again. I have IR racing. Oh, in VR a lot. Okay, I've heard about iRacing. Seems to be a lot of fun, is what I'm hearing. Have the wheels and pedals set up. Nice. Hey, Beardo. You are never too late. If you can find me. Let me see here. How can I show you? I guess I'm coming up to 74 Charlie Alpha. If that's an airport that you want to take off at. It's evil and expensive. The VR. The iRacing. Let me see if I can put that airport there. That was 7. Oh, what was it? Uh, 7-4 Charlie Alpha. Do you know the restaurant Little Tokyo? In Lawrenceville? I don't think I do. Were you just there? I'm here trying to Google map it. Nope. Pay attention to the game. Beardo, you're distracting me. Okay, so were you at Little Tokyo, Beardo? Yeah, it was my sister's birthday, and she was 2 hours late. So I was there for 3 hours. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry I had to wait an extra 2 hours. Alright, so what was your favorite meal from Little Tokyo? So it's Japanese, I'm guessing. Let me see what mine would have been. It's in Conyers. Okay. I have some family that live in Conyers. What is mine? I mean, sushi. I like sushi. Is there? I don't think I know anything else specifically Japanese. That sounds terrible. Steak and rice and soup. Got it. Your steaks are pretty dope. Rice, top notch. What? You don't like sushi? Oh. Not even the California roll? Which is all vegetables. So, Del guy, tell me about iRacing. Is there like are you racing with other people? Is it on a network? Or is it just like you against a bunch of AIs? Be right back. I gotta do something. Hopefully, I'll find you when I get back. All right, Beardo. I'll see you soon, pal. Yeah. Yeah, they just added AI, but the fun is all human races. Okay, got it. It's like $10 a month. Okay. There's a subscription. Ah, so many things are subscription based now. With Flight Sim, oh boy, everything is a subscription. You can rarely just buy software just for what it does. About 15 each. Oh no, wait, you have to buy the tracks. Oh, and the cars. Okay, okay. I mean, they probably start you out with like some average cars, but really it's the good stuff that you gotta buy. Alright, so we're coming up to Q22, so what I want to do, I want to see if we can find a place that has fuel and then land there. Let me change the view a bit, and we'll open this in another tab. New tab. Get back to this. That was the Q22. Q22. Or is that O22? I think it's O22. Columbus Airport, is that right? Columbus, yep, California. Alright. Let me just verify. You are O22. Okay. So, any one of these airports that have these markings at the end have fuel. So, I mean, all of these have fuel. Except for that one. But all of these big ones have fuel. Okay, so we should be okay. Should be fine. None of them are blue, so none of them have towers. These are all untowered airports. Okay. I think we're safe. Well, I mean, I think we're... Let me see here. What can we do here? Do I want to risk it? 36 minutes. Let's not risk it. You know what? Let's pretend that we are safe pilots. Yeah. Let's do that. So let's go ahead and make a diversion for it's O22, and let's see how this works. All right. So that means that I am going to make a direct flight to O22. O22, and then I have to put all my stuff back into the flight plan, I guess. Can I do a diversion? Hold on. Not a direct flight. Let's see. Yeah. I'll do it direct. Okay. Do it direct. We're gonna activate this. The GPS is taking over. It still has my old stuff in there, so that's great. I like that. I didn't want to lose everything that I did. And can I find... Let me see here. Can I get any information on this place? No. Okay, so there's no top of descent, so I think I'll have to calculate that myself. So let's find this waypoint. So now let's go. Hey, that was 022, Columbia. All right, so elevation is 2,000, so we want to be at 3,000 feet. All right, cool. So if that's the case, so that's fine. So what we're going to do is 3,091. So there's a calculation for us to work with. Let me open up my... Oh, where is my browser? There you go. So I've got my drive here, and there's aviation stuff, and glossaries, flight planning. I think it's glossaries. It's a couple of notes that I've been taking. So what I'm looking for is top of descent. So it's the difference of where we are now and where we're going, divided by 1,000, and I think multiplied by 3. Yes, that seems right. So we're at 10,000 feet right now. And we're getting to 3,091, I think it was. So there's a 69,009 difference. So let's divide that by 1,000, and that's 6.909. Let's multiply that by 3. So 20.7. So that means 20 nautical miles out is when I should start descending. Let me just try and activate my camera here. So we're 13 nautical miles? Is that right? Uh-oh. We should start descending. Let's try and get back to this. Yeah, that is right, because we are 15. Okay, so let's start descending now. Alright, and let's start going down. We'll make some adjustments. Vertical speed, say 1,200 for right now. We're trying to get to 3,000. Oh boy. Alright, so 3,000, 1,200 feet per minute. I don't know how to calculate that. We will eventually get there. Alright, so let's see what we can find on this place. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I didn't switch the screen for you guys. So let me show you what I did. So I put the altitude down to 3,000, and I put it the vertical speed at 1,200 feet per minute. So we are descending. Probably going to have to fly over it and then come back. So in the game, because I'm trying not to use all of the outside help. So we have 2 fields. 17 and 35 is the one that we want. Okay. Now I don't know if I can see it just yet. That might be it. And what is the name of this? This was Columbus? This was Columbia. Okay, so I'll be talking to Columbia traffic. And actually, I'm looking for a runway. Go back, 17. I'm currently at 13, so 17 would be over here. So I'm looking at 17. Ooh, I need to see what the METAR is. Let's see, I can't find it here. So let's take a look at, there we go, and no METAR. Okay. Alright, so at this point I am going to pretend that I took out my tablet. Took out my tablet, I'm looking at the Winds Aloft website. So still that, okay, so let's take a look here. So do any of these have, so this one has, okay, so it says 160. Okay, so 17 is appropriate. Okay, so where is this? Nope, that's not it. Alright, so I'm definitely flying right over it. Yep, definitely flying right over it. That's fine. I think I see the edge. We're at about 5,000 feet. Let's take off autopilot. Do a little bit of work here. Let's try. We have a lot of packages on here, so I'm gonna try not to disturb it too much. I'm joining your flight even though it's almost over. If I'm win the mega tonight, I'll give you Mister, you give your family that money first, okay? So I'm diverting to airport O22, Oscar 22, because I'm low on fuel and we're going to be good stewards of this airplane. So let's go this way. Alright, we're trying to get to 3,000 feet. That is 1,000 feet AGL. We're going to get into a pattern and then hopefully safely land. What's your gamer tag? It's Marfy Jokin. M-A-R-F-E space J-O-K-I-N. Let me see if I can type that in. I should probably put that in my stuff. Okay. There we go. Alright, so let's see here. We are almost at 1,000. That's fine. We're gonna have to find the runway because now I'm a little jumbled up, but now I can see the airport, so I've got the airport. So this was Columbia. Columbia traffic, Kodiak, November 7149 or Lima, inbound, runway 17, Columbia traffic. Alright, so we want to do 17, so we are 17, 17 is, yeah, so we're gonna have to turn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross the top of the, we're gonna cross the center of the airport, and then we're going to kind of make like a diamond, no, not a diamond, a teardrop maneuver to get into the down leg. but I need to slow down because I am coming in way, way hot. Columbia traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, crossing airport, attempting to teardrop into downwind runway 17. Okay, so I'm under 138, so I'm gonna put down one of my flaps. I'm gonna put my RPMs back up, and at this point it's just managing power. So I'm looking at my map to kind of keep an idea as to where I am. I'm doing 108 knots, and I still need to get down to 3,000. Still too high, but these mountains are here, so that's actually making it a little difficult. So let's try and get into the pattern here. I'm still 3,500 feet. Yeah, these mountains are a little troublesome. I'm here near you. Alright, Beardo. You got this. There you go. Nice flyby. You're gonna go ahead and buzz the tower too? Alright, so let's go ahead and turn around and try and get in on a 45-degree angle into the downwind. I always call it down leg. Downwind of runway 17. Now I think I've kind of lost. Yeah, this place is interesting. So there's okay. So those lights helped because that tower helped because I kind of lost the airport there for a minute. Columbia traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, entering downwind runway 17. Columbia traffic. Alright, so now I'm going to do the second flaps.
Wind calm.
Where did that cat noise come from? That was interesting. Okay, so now I'm gonna need to manage my power, and it's a little tough managing it sometimes. This guy, oh no, you're not gonna be able to recover. Uh-oh. Alright, so here we are on the downwind. I keep saying down leg, but it's actually the downwind leg of runway 17. And I think I need to be further out. I think you're supposed to have like a mile difference or spacing, because I know when I turn I'm gonna overturn. So let me turn on my lights now because I'm gonna forget. We're at 2,900 feet. Okay, so we're good there. Columbia traffic, Kodiak November 7149er Lima, turning crosswind runway 17. 500, so there are obstacles underneath me. Alright. Columbia traffic, November 7149er Lima, on final runway 17. Columbia traffic. Alright. Ooh, I don't know if I have enough. Nope, this is a Kodiak. I'm supposed to be able to do this. So I'm coming in a little hot. Well, not a little. Coming in too hot. Gonna need to make a correction. Alright. Let's put on that third flaps. Try and slow this bad boy down. Gonna need to remember to put the throttle in reverse. Alright, doing okay. I'm actually using the trim right now.
Landing time logged.
That was a little that was easier than I thought. I'm happy about that. And I've located the fueling station. So Oh my goodness, flaps up. Whew, that was stressful. Thanks, Del guy. All right. Columbia traffic, November 7149er Lima, cleared runway. Columbia traffic. All right, so let's get over here. Put on our taxi lights, turn off our landing. I need this truck to get out of my way, buddy. Airport operations, so generic. Oh, just doesn't care. All right, all right. Now, I haven't fueled a plane in real life, but I do think that they have cables that are long enough to get over here. Because I don't know if I can fit my plane in between these two pieces here. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot I said I was going to fly realistic on your streams. Look at that guy with the TBM. Nice TBM. Alright. So now, let's go ahead and fuel up. Because we were running low. We had 490. So we started out with 900 pounds. So we only burned about, 407. So it wasn't terrible, actually. We could have probably made it, but this is, safer. So let's put
Fuel
back.
has been added during the flight. From 69.08 to 72.22 gals.
Oh, OnAir is... Oh, I didn't realize it did that. It is tracking my fuel. Oh wait, we gotta take a look at this. That is pretty cool. I was thinking of NeoFly, because with NeoFly you definitely can't do that. Let me see here. So, tracking interrupted. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Fuel has been added during flight. That is true. So it doesn't like this, so my conditions are not good. Will they reduce your pay for more fuel? I don't know. This is the first time that I've tried to refuel in the middle of a flight. Which plane is your fave to fly on here? So I like the Piper Cherokee Turbo Arrow 3. There's an Arrow 4, but I don't like the T-tail. I mean, it's primarily because of how it looks, but the Arrow 3 is my favorite. I do still enjoy Cessna. I feel like I can do anything in a Cessna. I feel I can just come in all wild and still pull off a decent landing. And what about you, Del Guy? What's your favorite plane? Alright, so let me see here. Tracking interrupted. So we're going to finish this, and then hopefully they'll do what they'll do, but I'm hoping that they'll at least... So they didn't abort the flight, so that's a good sign. No flight tracking in progress, so that's a problem. Connected to the no flagging track. Then direct flight, import flight. Position aircraft in simulator. Nearest airport detected. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do slew mode. But so what's funny is this tracking. You know what? It's fine. We know what we were getting into. Let's just finish it out. Okay, so I put fuel back in there. So now I'm confident. Let me see if I can see. I put fuel back in there. Okay, so we're back at that. Don't mind me just going on wheelie. Not sure I have one. I've been flying the TBM lately. Okay. TBM's a pretty nice plane. And Beardo's been enjoying it too. I like it. It goes fast. After flying the Cessna 152 and the 172, I got real comfortable, and then I'm like, I want something faster. And then I jumped into a TBM, and I was like, whoa, this is too fast. Favors the C-172. Yes, yes, sir. 172. Now, how were you able to do that wheelie? Were you? Oh, you pulled your elevator back. Okay. Okay, so we got the fuel. That's what we wanted. So let's see if we can get back on track. I don't know how to get out of this active. Let me see here. So we've got this active flight plan. Do I do another direct? I don't want to. No. Oh, you know what? I think it's in the menu. Collapse airways, remove approach. No. Invert. I don't want to invert. Collapse airways. What happens if I do that? Nothing. Whoops. Go to reverse thrust and hit the brakes. Oh, reverse thrust. Okay. Gotcha. Let me freeze the screen here so that we're all not... Okay. So let's figure this out. I have an active plan direct. It still has my old stuff in there, which is super nice. I wonder if I can activate like a leg. So this is my current route. Let's see if we can activate it. Load airways, expand. All right, we should be able to activate it. Okay, all right, I think we did it. We're back on. We're back. Okay, we're back in action. Boom. Sweet. All right, I love it. And this was runway 17, so we're going to take off on runway 17 as well. And there's only one. Yeah, so we're going to take a left. We're going to take a left and drive up the taxiway. All right, cool. Whew, all right. Whew, that landing was intense. I'm glad it was recorded. So this is Columbia traffic. Columbia traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, taxiing to runway 17, Columbia traffic. All right. I've got a lot of weight. You turned off your engine. Whoa. Okay, that was a little jarring of a turn. Oh, I thought is the end of the flight. Oh, no. So I'm actually, I want to say 3/4 of the way there. My original destination is Oscar 32. I stopped here because I was low on fuel and I wanted to pretend like I did a fuel stop. So we're not at the end of the runway because they still have both numbers, 35 and 17. So we're going to taxi on down. I'm scrambling to start the plane. I don't... Oh no! It has a checklist if you want to go through it. Alright, so here we are. Here's the threshold. Let's park there for a minute to verify that we got everything going on. So let's go ahead and set our altitude back to 10,000. I don't know. I think we can. I think we're good at 8,000. 5, 6. I think we're good at 6,000. We'll do FLC so that we don't stall. I'm going to set it for 102 because that's what the performance sheet says. And we're already in GPS mode. Alright, so we should be good to go. Good to take off. I got it. Okay, I'll fly realistic from now on. I can hold the urge to do a flip. What plane am I in? This is the Kodiak 100 series. Does it show up as a Kodiak on your computer, or does it show up as something else? All right. Columbia traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, ready for departure, runway 17. Kodiak, nope. Columbia traffic. All right. So let me see if there's any controllers online at the moment, and currently I do not see any. Oh, still just us. All right. No, it doesn't. Womp womp wow. Let's put on our landing lights, turn off taxi, and actually, now that we are departing again, let's get this ready for departure. So that will be like that. We'll need to put right rudder. Need to adjust our right rudder. Okay, let's do it just a little bit more. And I think we're good there. Yes, I think we're good. Okay, I did tell everyone that we are ready for departure. So let's get this bird on. Okay, I have to prepare for realism. You gotta do like a mental check. Wait, where are you? There you are, you're behind me. Nice. Now, I thought I saw a plane, but maybe they weren't landing. Okay. Alright, I just saw that. Oh, you know what? Oh, this one's going to be interesting. Because we have all this weight, I did notice that it took longer to take off. So let's get that down to 20. Let's get this bad boy as far as we can, NG, to... I want to get it close to 100. We need to get more power out of this. I had it at 99 before. Okay. Alright. Let's hope it don't crash. So we're looking for a airspeed of 60 knots. 60 to 65 knots to roll. Airspeed's alive. We're at 55. 60, I'm just going to wait just a little bit longer and take off. Right. Okay, not too bad. We're still veering off to the left. But now we have these trees, so we need to clear these trees. Now the problem is my airspeed's going down. Now we had a rough takeoff the first time. So I'm hoping that I can just keep it pitched long enough to clear these trees. Okay, so we are picking up speed, so that's good. So now we can start to pitch it a little more. I think I might set up on OnAir tonight. Cool. I'm digging it. I'm excited for you. Now, the one thing that I will tell you, or caveat, is that... What was that? When you are... Ooh, wait. Hold on, sorry. Let me pitch down. Let's work on... Let's get to a safe altitude first. And then I'll talk to you. Okay, so we're at 76. Let's continue pitching. Let me start to use the trim. Okay. Let's get a little bit more control here. Really want to work on that speed. Totally forgot about my flaps, so let's pull one of the flaps up. That should help us with our speed. Let me turn the landing lights off. So now we're getting more speed. Let me put the other flaps up. All right, cool. Now we have decent speed. All right, so let's fly towards the magenta line, and then it will do its thing. Or let's do it. Put it back in autopilot. Let me just make sure that it doesn't act all crazy on me. Alright, sounds good. Okay, so Del Guy, when you create, so they have 3 different settings or 3 different types of worlds: an easy, and medium, and a hardcore. So I'm on Thunder, which is the hardcore world. When you create your company, they're going to ask you to create a unique identifier. So I think it's like 4 letters, and every letter that every combination that you're going to try, they're going to tell you that it's already taken. So be aware of that. Figure out whatever combination that works for you. I ended up just putting in random numbers, and I'm a little jaded by that because I ended up choosing Juliet 39er Delta, and that has nothing to do with my company name, which is Tabletop Airways. I kept trying to do tabletop or TP something, and it just didn't work out. So just be aware of that. That's the only hiccup, is trying to create a unique identifier for your company. Because there's so many people playing the game, I don't think there's any more identifiers available. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Beardo, as much as autopilot is a good thing, it's not for me. I'll manually fly. I'll be more realistic. Okay. Beardo, you are a free spirit, my friend. You're not going to let that computer fly that plane, that beautiful plane for you. Alright, so let's take a look. See where Beardo is, which he is twisted. There you are. Underneath me. Coming up fast. And that's sweet, sweet TBM. Alright, copy that. Okay, so we did take off, and we're still 33 minutes out. So actually, things look stable. Let me put this throttle down a little bit, just to make sure. Okay, let's take a look. If I start on medium, can I move it to a harder setting? Yes, you can. I believe you can jump in between. I think you can change servers. But they call them servers, I think. You can change servers. Okay, so let me pause this and let's take a look and see if OnAir is still tracking. Ooh, so it's not tracking. Let me show you. OBS, this one. Well, no. No flight tracking in progress. I'll have to see what that means. So it's got an X on the fuel and it's got an X on the location. Not on ground. From starting position. Nearest. Why would it care about my starting position? Please position your aircraft in a simulator at the starting position and altitude indicator by the orange shadow. Okay, so I think it's going to eventually not count this flight. I think that's what's going to happen. If I start on me, okay, I already read that. Alright, so we're going to finish this out, and then we're going to see if OnAir is going to accept what I did. And if they don't accept it, then what that means is I have to do better fuel management moving forward. So I can no longer start the tracking. It's not tracking. It thinks I'm in the wrong location. doesn't. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, alright, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever it is. Interesting. I guess I did not like the fuel. Yeah, it looks like it didn't like that. Alright. Alright, so 6,000 feet seems fair. Actually, there's a couple of, oh, there's a couple of stuff coming up. We should be okay. Twisted is still following. Alright, so let me just take a look at my panels. Everything seems to be okay. Still on advisory. Now it's getting a little later in the day, so let me see if Oakland Center is online. And nope, Seattle Center is online, but not Oakland. Womp womp wow. Alright, it's fine. I'll stay back here since I'm manually flying. Okay. Now I don't want you to get bored now. If you feel like you need to push that plane to its limits, go right ahead, buddy. Ooh. Is that an airport? Looks like an airport. Alright, man, how long is it going to take to get to 6,000? Altitude hold. Alright, so we're looking to see this thing. Oh, you know what? We're still good. I was trying to think, do I set the RPMs down to 2,000 to 2100 or to 2000? But I think we're okay. So let's check the performance. Let me switch screens here. And okay. So this is, let's check out the Kodiak here. We are at 6,000, so this is the performance for 6,000 feet. What is the temperature outside? It is 24 degrees Celsius. So if I do it at 1,000 RPM, 2,200 RPM. I should be burning 283, 153. Still seems. But this is interesting. So if I do it at 2,000 RPMs, I'm only dropping like a couple. I'm burning less. Let's try 2,000 and let's see what that does. All right, so we're at 2,000. Let's RPM is a. Let's do the torque at 1,000. Oh boy. There's a delay, so I'm keep going up and down, up and down. I mean, I'm already doing 130 knots, so that doesn't I don't think I'm gonna get that. All right, whatever. Let's still do it. Let's see if this performance chart is accurate. So I'm at 114 indicated airspeed. Get down to 2,000. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. and 1,000 RPM. I'm really just looking at that fuel flow. It's going down, which is nice. Okay, seems stable. Seems like my indicated airspeed isn't dropping like it was before, so that's good. I'm still at 130 knots, so that's not bad. And I'm at 240. Okay, I mean I guess you can't argue with the performance sheet. Did you change planes, Twisted? I'm sorry in advance. It's all good, man. It's all good. You clearly have the need for speed. Have you flown any of the fighter jets? All right. Okay, so here's FRA. 52 minutes to top of descent. I don't think I like that. So it's 19 minutes until we get to our next waypoint. You caught me in action. Yes, I escorted a streamer yesterday. Okay, in an F-18. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So how OnAir usually tracks or a big indication is once I do land at my final destination. Once you turn off the engine, then I'm expecting some audio to say that it completed the flight. And if not, then I'll have to do this all over again tomorrow. Thanks for the plan. Alright, so this is 25 nautical miles out. Got 19 minutes. Get that RPM a little up there. I think this went down. Seems to be okay. We've got some mountain ranges that seem to be we're fine. Yeah, it should be a little bit of turbulence, but we're not in any danger. Okay, and then once we get to FRA, we need to be at 6,000, which we are. And then we'll start to come down to 5,000 and so forth and so on. Okay. So let me set this down to 5,000 since we're already at 6,000. So here's the top of descent here. So that one is interesting. I still haven't really figured it out. I know it because if you set VPath, if you set VNav, so here it's got the top of descent in 47 minutes, which that doesn't make sense to me because it's right over here. And it's 17 minutes until we get to FRA, and then just a couple minutes to get to there. So I don't know what's going on there. But if we set up VNav, then it'll give us a 3-degree descent, and it'll start to lower the plane for us. But I don't think it'll lower it enough to get to... Well, maybe I need to slow the plane down to get to 5,000. We'll see. We will see. Alright, let's take a look at Twisted. Let's see where he is. Ooh, I think I've lost Twisted. There you are. This guy. Let's see if I can see from inside. Oh, looks like we're being intercepted or escorted. Hard to say. I've learned you can't escort a plane that slow without stalling. Oh my goodness. Oh man, that jet does look like it's struggling. Alright, yeah, so I'm hitting 110, so 125 knots. We've got fuel. I mean, we've got fuel. It's fine. We're gonna put that torque at 1,000 or close to it. We're burning about 270, 272. Ooh, it's going down on its own. It's 1100. Okay. $246. Still 246. All right, we're fine. 15 minutes out. And where is... What was the name of the place that we're going to? This is... Let's take a look here. Airport information. Nope, we already changed it. So 032. Sorry, let's kind of pause that there. Okay, here we are. A little more stable. Reedley Municipal. Okay, so 13. Let me just keep the number 1300 in my head. But we're coming in runway 16. Okay, I think we're good. Do you recommend Track IR for flight sim? So I do. I like it. I think as a streamer, I have to constantly pause because I'm always moving my head, especially if you have hardware. So as a streamer, I don't think it's... I think there's some adjustments that you have to make. If you're just entertaining yourself, then Track IR all day. But yeah, I do think it's cool. I think it's better. I think it's better than VR because I can still have access to my hardware. I don't have to have a helmet on. And I think it's got like an augmented reality thing going on. So I definitely feel like I'm in the plane because I'm leaning forward. I'm putting in like the body effort to do some of the stuff. So I think it's worth it. Now, what I don't like actually, what I don't like is, so this is a wireless version. This is the tracker. Nope. Pro clip, and so this comes with this clip, or this clip comes with the tracker. So you have to like wear a hat if you want to use it. It's wireless. The Pro clip, which is this bad boy here, this one comes wired. So I don't like wired. It's just too many wires. I've got so many wires in my situation. I think they are working on a wireless clip. So if they have a wireless clip, but by the time you're ready to buy, then go for it. The thing about VATSIM for me is I want the Logitech radio thing before I go on there. Okay, so you want the radio panel. The radio panel is helpful. It is helpful. I would encourage you to not delay. Try not to delay your engagement with VATSIM. It is a little more difficult for you to be switching up stuff. That just means you have to just be more prepared. You actually might start. So okay, you have a total of 4 comms on most of your airplanes. So if you look at the airport diagram chart, it'll tell you all the frequencies that you need to be aware of. So if you set your ground, if you set your tower, if you set approach, if you set center, then you got all of the frequencies right there, and then you can just switch between both. So that's one suggestion. I don't know. I think I just want to get you into. I think I want to get you over the hurdle. It is intimidating. It is very intimidating. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Radio panel would be nice to have. VATSIM is scary, and I am still learning. But the more that I'm doing it, the more that I'm practicing. Like even on this advisory channel, there's no one to talk to. It's possible that other pilots might hear me, but I'm still practicing the phraseology. So that part's fine. But when I'm with VATSIM, even though I still mess up, it's getting easier and easier. I used to struggle to return to read back what they told me. It used to be a struggle. I would have to ask them to repeat themselves. But after a while, and it wasn't long, after a while, it's getting easier to read back. I'm getting more familiar. It's not bad. It's not bad. So at this point, I'm looking forward to playing with VATSIM, which is why I've realized that the West Coast is not good for my time. I need to move my character back over east if I want to get some VATSIM action. But I definitely agree, VATSIM is scary. But now here's the funny thing. I think it's a perspective thing. So I've done a bunch of research and reading and watching videos, and the controllers are actually there for us. They are there to make us safe. They're there to manage all of the planes, but really they're in service to us, the pilots. So whenever you're on the ground taxiing and you're actually lost, it is perfectly fine to call them and say, hey, I'm lost, can you help me navigate? And it's their, I don't want to say their job or their duty, but it's their job, I guess, to get you where you need to go. I used to be very intimidated by doing that, but I've become more comfortable by asking for a progressive taxi. But when I'm in the air, I'll tell them I need vectors to the runway because I don't know where the runway is, and they'll give me vectors because they are there to help us. So I think it's a perspective thing. If you can wrap that around, then I think it's a little easier for you to make the calls. Alright, so let's see where we are. So we are still only doing 124. I don't know why I thought we'd be faster. Okay, so we're fine. 7 minutes. And then I've seen Twisted just burning up that plane. Just having fun with it. Now, are you in cockpit view or are you in third person? Okay, since you want me to join VATSIM so bad, let's make a deal. You think that's fair? It depends on what the deal is. Twisted. Third person? Okay. Can you still fly that plane in first person view? Can you still do all those tricks and those precision moves that you do? Alright, let me just check if ATC is on. Still not on. It's okay. They didn't know that I was flying tonight. You can still do it? Alright. Cool, cool. Alright, we're within 15 nautical miles of our next waypoint, which is 12 nautical miles. We are getting there. So there's Yokoti, Kadam, and I believe there was the final approach fixed. Okay, final approach fixed is Piper. That's right. We need to be at 2200 by then. Hope it give you credit for the trip. Yeah, yeah, Del Guy, me too. We'll see. This will be a good experiment. A harsh experiment. Ooh, that was pretty fast. That was a fast flyby, Twisted. It'd be a harsh lesson, but a lesson well learned. So I'm actually glad that they don't have that they don't simulate wake turbulence, because at those speeds you would have blown me off course. Nice. All right. All right, so let me see here. So I've got this down one more. Let me see if VNav will pop up. Okay, it does. So VPath shows up if you're not on the same altitude, because I was doing that one time and I was still at 10,000 and VPath wouldn't show up. So what that means is when it gets to top of descent, it'll start to descend on its own. So I wonder, I'll set this to 2200 because that's really where I'm trying to get to, and I believe it calculates it on the fly. So let me set it to where I really need it to be, and hopefully it'll descend to 2200. Now there seems to be mountains in this area as well. This is exactly what I was looking for, was some challenges like this, but a little scary. Oh no, we'll be fine actually. Here, all the mountains are over there. Okay, we're fine. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet for a second because I'm making the deal for VATSIM. Oh, what? I am curious, Twisted. What deal are you making? Where are we? Ooh, back in the TPM. And this is the funny thing with autopilot is you're really just pushing buttons and monitoring and just like hitting the right sequence of buttons. So from the time you climb, a lot of people just push autopilot and just go on from there. And when you descend, you have to activate VPath, and then when you get to the approach, you have to activate the approach button. I mean, but that's basically it. And because it's a sim, I guess everything is working fine. In real life, you would probably be monitoring more. I would think. Alright, so we're coming up to the VOR, Fray. About 1.8 nautical miles. Still holding 6,000. I don't know how we're gonna get to 2,000 feet from that. Yeah, we'll see. So 15. We'll see. We will trust the process. We're letting this autopilot automate for us. That was probably my biggest surprise about flying is how much the computer does for the pilot. Yeah, I completely agree. At first, when I started playing this game, I would fly manually, and then I learned about autopilot, and I fell into the same trap that everyone falls into. I was just pushing the autopilot button and just letting the plane fly itself. And then after a while, I was like, man, I am bored. So I took off autopilot, and then I would learn to fly, and that was fun. But yeah, no, I have a lot more respect for the autopilot system. And it's not that it's perfect. There's a lot of radars. The airports have a lot of radars. There's a lot of stuff that they have in place to make the autopilot work. And if you are efficient at managing your autopilot, I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. Oh, that's dope. It's casting the shadow into that valley. Oh, that is nice. So I've got the settings on high. I want to try putting it on ultra, but I don't know if that's going to be good. I've got a GeForce 2060. Alright, so here's supposed to be monitoring. So here we got the top of descents coming up. Now, I'm curious if this discrepancy is going to affect this one. And if it does, we'll need to keep track of it. Why is it white? Why do I have two lines? Oh, that's the holding. Is that the holding? Nope. Here's a holding over here. Why are there two lines? Well, we'll see. Because apparently I'm on the wrong one. Oh my goodness. I need to activate. I need to activate the approach. There we are. And now we're going into a holding pattern. Oh, no, no, no. Alright, so let me try and pause this. So this is... So the holding pattern is after, so why is this here? And there goes top of the descent though, so that will, I mean, it'll take us. I just don't know why it did that. Okay, it's fine. Alright, let me see here. Let me pause this. Okay, the deal is if you can help me with my first choosing the right flight for me and the plane, I'll buy one of the budget fits. I'll do the flight without VATSIM once and get the feel for the area with or without you. You can choose. Then I'll fly it in VATSIM. Feel free to counter offer. Ho ho ho. Okay, so I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, so my counter offer might take a while. Did I just hear your plane? Did I just hear you go by? I'm hearing something. There you go. I have time. You have time? Okay. Alright, good deal. Alright, so my first flight, choosing the right flight for me and the plane. I'll buy one if the budget fits. So I mean, no, I think you're perfectly fine to do it in this Cessna. The Cessnas are great planes. We all dog on them because they just look so old, but those planes are pretty solid. I've learned to really enjoy the Cessna. So I think the Cessna is fine. I would. Do you have the deluxe version of the game or the standard? Because the deluxe has the Cessna with a steam gauge rather than the G1000. I'm in no rush to do VATSIM. Okay. Okay, so you're 172. Oh no, you can actually do the 152 because it has steam gauges. So the 152 steam gauge. If the steam gauge is too intimidating, then the G1000 with 172 is fine. Now you're talking about flight. Are you talking about from one airport to another? What do you mean by that? Like, do I pick like a 50 nautical mile flight, a 25 mile flight? Okay, so we're checking to see if this top of descent. So here, now it makes sense. It was calculating this, and then I guess me coming back around to top of descent. So yeah, okay. So 2,200 feet. We've got VPath activated. There goes the VPath, and now it's going to start. Well, I guess when it gets over, but it's going to start to descend the plane on its own. It's just automating everything. I don't have to do anything. Airport to airport, however far you want. Hey there, that's Cyan 10133. How's it going? Alright, so there goes that top of descent. It's happening in 16 seconds. I want to see it do its thing. I don't know why I get so excited about it sometimes. Boom. So VPath is now active and it's starting to descend on its own. It is determining the VPath to get, I'm guessing, to get to 2,200. So here's the target. So I don't know. So it's got the 5,000. Bottom of descent. So I need to look into these because I don't know what those means. So we're definitely going to get down to 5,000. So I guess it's basing off of whatever this is. Do you fly on VATSIM? Yes, I do. I am currently logged into VATSIM, but there isn't any coverage in this area at the moment. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm thinking I'm going to next time move my pilot. I'm on air. I'm doing OnAir right now, OnAir Company. So you actually have to move your pilot from place to place. So I'm thinking of moving it east, so that I can get coverage over there. Okay, so Ukoti, we got to 5,000 around Ukoti. Ooh, just barely. Maybe I'm coming in too fast. Let's slow this down. Slow everything down. So Cadum, I need to be at 3,900. So there it is, 3,900. So this is, oh, what was the airport again? It was Reedley? It was Reedley. Okay. How far out am I from Reedley? So let's see. Roughly 12, we'll say 12 nautical miles from Reedley. I think you're supposed to call it when you're like 10. So here's Cadum. Here we need to get the approach. Here's our final approach fix. So 3,900. We're looking at. Are we getting there? Okay, so we are. We did get to 3,900. Nice. All right. It seems to do its thing, man. It's doing it. I fly a lot of PMDG 737. The missus got me the Honda Jets, so I'm going to learn it this weekend. Nice. I like the Honda Jet. The Honda Jet's a very cool plane, and it's very nice to take pictures with. If you figure out that counter offer, you know where you can message me. I do. Beardo, I will think about it, and I will send you a message. So 737, huh? You fly the big boys. I am not interested in the big boys. I just want to fly these general aviation planes. The single pistons, turbo pistons, and maybe the turboprop. So actually the Honda Jet is actually the only jet plane that I fly. And I'm still not good at it. I did an IFR flight once, and as soon as the controller started giving me vectors, I panicked and oversped and crashed the plane. I'm gonna regret the deal. I just know it. Beardo, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll have so much fun on VATSIM. Like right now, I can't go back to the AI ATC, and I'm not trying to sound like an elitist. It's just not the same. Once you've experienced, you know, the struggles of doing it with a real person, that is just it just doesn't cut it anymore. Okay, so we're hitting 2,200. So I need to hit approach because I totally forgot about that. So there's GP, and we're getting on Piper. So Piper is where we're going to get our final approach fix. And I wonder if I already missed it. So there's 22. All right, caught it. We caught it. We're doing good. Where's the runway? I don't know where this runway is. I think that's it over there. That's got to be the runway. Okay. Twisted, why don't you check it out? See if that's the airport. All right, so let's put up first flaps. We are under 138 knots. So once we get under 120, which we are now, we could put up second. I'll do that a little later because then we'll be messing around with the power settings. Oi, mate. I see you're back in the danger zone. Yeah, buddy. But I ain't worried about you because I know you, sir, have great balls of fire. Wow. That was something. That was quite a statement. You put some effort into that one. It's the runway. Thanks, Beardo. Which GAs have you bought? I got the Sting S4 and the Skymaster 2. I recently bought the Kodiak. No, I recently started using the Kodiak. Wait, hold on. You know what? Sorry. Let me pay attention here. Because I feel like now I need to put my second flaps down. Let's put the landing lights on. And it looks like we're a little... So we're going to put the RPMs back up. And now we're going to manage our throttle. So we need to keep it at 80 to 85. And we're already... Yeah, this is always the struggle. And then at some point it's going to get to 100.
500.
And then I got to figure that out. So it's at 90, putting it down. And it looks like there's a crosswind because I'm coming in at like some weird angle. So we're at 900 feet MSL. Go ahead and take autopilot off, or nope, I'll wait till we get closer, because that's what it's about. Okay, so it's at 77. So now let me put some power on there again. You see this? It's just back and forth, back and forth. All right, I'm putting down the throttle a little bit. I'm gonna put that third flap down because I am coming in hot. Holy moly. And it looks like I'm coming off weird too. I don't think I like this. Nope, nope, nope. We are going to abort. This is we're gonna try that again at a regular. This is Redling traffic, Kodiak November 7149er Lima, aborting landing. Will get into pattern and try again. So alright, so let's get some airspeed up. Things are looking crazy. So that autopilot did not work out too well for me. That's fine. I should have taken control. All right. So over here, let's get flaps down 1. We're gonna try and do a little tear duct maneuver. Get back into the pattern. So I gotta watch out for my airspeed. I'm trying to climb a little bit. I think it's 500 feet is the elevation.
500.
And I've kind of lost the airport already. There's the airport. Okay. There's the airport. Okay. Readling traffic, Kodiak, November 7149er Lima, on downwind, runway 16. Alright, so now let's try and manage. And there's a mountain on our right hand side, so let's just... Alright, so I'm... Alright, let's work with that trim. Let's try and stay away from that mountain. Alright, so this my speed is going down slowly, so I need to figure out how to keep that going. Alright, so Riedling traffic, November 7149er Lima, turning crosswind, runway 19, Riedling traffic. Do I have both flaps? I've got the second flaps going. Okay, let's see where we are. There we go. Alright, so Riedling traffic's November 7149er Lima on final, runway 16, Riedling traffic. Alright, so I'm hitting 87 knots. Ooh,
500.
coming in a little weird. So let's put in third flaps. Let's work on that trim. I'm going to use rudder a little bit to help turn me. A little bit of rudder action. Alright. So this is feels like it's hot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Reverse. Ooh, that was a rough landing. All right. So I'm on the ground. So it was a great landing. Oh boy, that one was for the books. 10 out of 10. Hey Kat, how's it going? You finally caught one of the landings. I didn't crash this time, so things are getting better. All right, so let's get off of this runway. All right, and now let's make an announcement. Riedland traffic, November 7149er Lima, cleared runway. Riedling traffic. Alright, so let's find somewhere to park. Let's turn on the taxi lights. Let's hang out over here. I mean, there are no other planes to hang out with, so I guess I'll just park right here. Alright, here is the moment of truth. Will OnAir honor my trip? Because I fueled up in the middle of it. I almost dropped my beer on the landing. Oh man, this plane doesn't turn on the ground. Oh, you're where are you? In front of me. Always in front of me or behind me. Man, you had me clutching my chest. Oh no. Okay, so let's see. Shut off properly. We are going to turn off all our lights. Pitot, taxi, lights, strobe, nav. Leave the beacon on. And we're going to put down the propeller. And then the fuel, cut off the fuel. Firewall. Take off fuel. Actually, we don't need the inert anymore. Alright, so now the fuel did turn off and there was no audio from OnAir, so they did not honor my flight. All because I didn't flight plan. Okay, or not flight plan, but because I did not manage the fuel properly. Let's see, let us jump back into this view. And you'll see. Time to set up V-Pilot for actual flying. Yeah, buddy, get that V-Pilot going. Okay, okay, there it is. So here, it's the same thing, no flight tracking in progress. It's saying starting point that I was on is 93 nautical miles, which was that other place. Alright, so you know what? It's fine. It's okay. I've learned my lesson here. Yeah, flight interrupted. So my only option is to abort. Okay, so even though that's not an option, that's still. Okay, I mean it's fine. I'll just do it better next time. Oh, I wonder if this is the new airport. Because you know how they like to, so no, 032. So I landed at 022. All right, so let's see. Let's abort the flight. Ooh, so I don't want to push this button. Yes, yes, yes. It wasn't a valid flight. Aborted the flight, but you know what? It wasn't aborted by the user. Oh, let me show you the desktop and show you what message. So I click the abort button and they have this little window. How dare they? And they're telling me flight aborted by user. I was forced to click that abort button. Alright, so let's see where it has my passengers. Nope, that was something else. Let me see where it has my plane. Yep, KRDD. Alright, so that flight didn't count. That's all good. We'll try again. We'll try again some other time. Alright, so let's get back into this game and shut off this plane properly. So we've done everything else. Let's go ahead and check out that checklist. So we descended before, we did no normal landing, bulk landing, after landing. So we got the flaps. Yes. The fuel conditioner is, well, we had it at low, so this was, okay, so that was after landing. So yeah, we did that. The fuel auxiliary, where are you? You're right there. You're off. Strobe lights, yes, those are off. Those are off. Pitot, those are off. Boom, shutting it down. Parking brakes, environmental controls off, so that would be his air conditioning. Oh, what's the air conditioning here? 37 degrees. Oh boy, it's still hot. Alright, auxiliary bus. Which one is that one? That's this one. Power leveler is idle. Yeah. That is idle. Prop in feather. I don't like my deal anymore. I'm the only one suffering in the deal. You made the deal. We're going to work on that deal. Generator is off, so let's turn the generator off. Alternator off. Stabilize at minimum. So the ITT, yeah, I mean everything looks stable. Fine. Things okay. Fuel, it is cut off. Yes, oxygen is off. I actually didn't turn it on. I don't think I know where the oxygen is. I've seen it somewhere. Let's see. No, those are the test buttons. Sure. You know what? Oxygen is off. I don't know where the oxygen is. There you are. You're off. Lights are off. So now that let me turn off the beacon. Lights are off. Fuel selectors are off. I did do that. Aviation bus is off. The master switch is off. Control locks are on. I don't know how to. I don't think there is a control. Sure, it's on. Tie downs. Yep. All of that stuff is off. Okay. All right. Let's get these guys out of here. And there we go. Another, well, not another successful flight, because OnAir will not, they will not honor my contract. All right, cool. Let's pause that there. Ooh, okay. Let me see here. Let's go to this one. All right, gang. Well, thanks for hanging out and chatting it up with me while I messed around with OnAir Company and figured out that you better have fuel for your trip. Can't make fuel stops in the middle of a flight. So I am Tabletop Android. I stream every Tuesday and Friday, and sometimes in between. I hang out with other guys from the pilotclub.org. That group has a ton of activities. They do everything through all of their activities involve VATSIM. So you will, if you join, you will get plenty of opportunities to practice with VATSIM. So I would suggest it. I would encourage it. VATSIM is fun. Enjoyed the stream. We'll try and catch next time. All right, Del Guy, thanks for hanging out, man. And then we have my official wingman, Beardo, who was flying in an F-18 and a TBM, and just doing all sorts of wild and crazy stunts. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you next week, or on the weekend if I just happen to jump on. Alright, gang. Have a good one.